Okay. So before sharing my screen, I'd like to learn more about you guys. Rupa, I know Raju. I met her in Nepal, but I like to know more about update of your process from last time we met each other, and Eleanor and Zara. Let's learn more about each other before sharing the screen or starting PowerPoint or teaching those concepts.
What do you
Rob,
like
would
to know?
what are they doing there? Just a little bit introduction.
Do you want me to start to break
Go
the
ahead,
ice?
please.
I'm Zara. I'm living in Brisbane, Australia. I'm lecturer at University of Queensland. My topics I'm in business school, but the topic I'm working on it, and I'm so excited about it. It's woman empowerment and how we can help women to be empowered. We don't empower them, but we help them to go through the process of empowerment, not only from one dimension, from all the area of their life. That's me in brief.
Nice. Thank you, Zara.
Yeah. Hi, Shaima.
Hi, Eleanor.
Yeah, I'm from India. I'm basically an architect, but I work for Ahana. Ahana is a group. It's a group for women empowerment. I am a coordinator. So whatever topics we are speaking here, I'll be doing the same seminar in their local language. So there will be like housewives, and mostly housewives. We are encouraging them to earn some money. They are doing tailoring classes, as well as the Kochi people, they are doing bag business, paper bag. So
Wow.
I'll be encouraging them in that area, how we can be empowered by our skills, and we cannot be in our house. We can have more future within ourselves. So in that area, I'm encouraging. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This is so exciting. One of our professor in our department, Dr. Iman, she's from India. And she has a nonprofit organization. She's empowering Indian women. And I will send her information to you. Maybe you can talk with her or ask some of your question, or maybe you can be connect with her organization. I don't know how far this area from each other, because I know India is so huge. So but maybe you can.
South India. I'm from South India.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm Rupa from Nepal. Professionally, I'm a psychologist, and I am a professor in Tribhuvan University. And part of it, there's a college where I teach in crisis college, Masters in Counseling Psychology. But that is just elephant teeth, just to show to the government that I'm a counselor and I'm a professor, but I'm an activist. I fight against human trafficking. So in India, when I was in India, I was working with IGM, International Justice Mission, and we had rescued many children from India who were from Nepal, and they were like 13, 10, 12 years of age. So I came back to Nepal to be with them, to empower them, and to break the cycle of human trafficking. So right now, I have an organization called Dream Incubator, where the children, those who have a dream, we help them to design the dream by teaching them various skills and also placing them in different places. And those who wants to study, they can study from National Open School, which I learned from India. So one of my success is one child who went back to school, and her dream was to become a teacher. But then we said, not teacher, but have a bigger dream of having your own school. And now she has her own school in Nuwakot. She was
Wow.
30 years old when she was rescued. And she even wrote a book. It's called Standing in the Way. So she wrote a book. So whatever I will be learning here, I will be teaching my girls, my daughters, as well as the students that I'm teaching. So my students are from the army background, and one of them is Bobita also. Sarah knows that, from ENG. So I had 3 students from Empowering Nepali Girls in counseling psychology. So basically, I'm trying to form a team so that we can all fight together and stand in the gap for all these children in Nepal.
Beautiful.
Wow, my goodness, this is so exciting. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you. Now, can I, ma'am?
Hi, Raju.
Hello, ma'am. Okay, I'm from Bhaktapur. My name is Razula K, and I'm a teacher in Romba Secondary School. I teach math subject from 3 to 7, and I have joined this program from 8 months, and it has changed me a little bit that I am an introvert person. By joining this program, I have learned to say no different things which came in my mind, because before that I was just shy and I could not say anything what's come. Now this program really helped me to build up myself, to grow me from the inner of my heart, and I really like this training session. So that's all.
Thank you, Raju. We have another.
Have Sushmita. Hi, Sushmita.
Yes.
I don't know if she can. Hi, Sushmita. Can you hear us?
I think she's still connected.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
disconnect.
she'll come back. Okay, thank you for sharing with me your powerful story and achievement. So Sarah, can I share my
Oh, yes.
screen? Oh. Okay. Okay. Today we are talking about financial literacy and women's economic empowerment. But just the foundation and the main concept, and we will share our idea and we discuss about it, and we share what we know about it. So then for next session, I know more about your needs and questions. Then we can go through each concept together and be deep about each of them based on your needs. For a start, so first, let's think about what is financial literacy. Financial literacy is the education and understanding of how money is made, spent, and saved, as well as the skills and ability to use financial resources to make decisions. These decisions include how to generate, invest, spend, and save money. I'd like to know your idea about these important words about making money, spending money, saving money, and what is your personal experience and understanding, and how you are applying those concepts in your daily life. If you'd like to share with me, it can help to it can help me to know which of them now is our priority in this session, and uh, which of them is more important for you. Then we can work on that concept more with each other. So let me know, what is your experience when you start thinking about making money, when you start thinking about having job, and how you are spending money, what is your priority when you want to think about your budget and everything, and if you are thinking about saving, or what is your choice for saving, what is your available financial resources, how you are using financial resources. What do you think about those concepts?
Eleanor, what would you say?
So, whatever earnings I get, first of all, I will take 1/10 of it for like the church. I will take, and then before I used to like have a shopping addict. I was a shopping addict, but after marriage, I think like there are few years I'm very like I'm making my family, I'm at home, then I got to know more about my finances that should be saved, otherwise we cannot like yes, we have money, but there is no problem, but we have to think about finances, about to be an individual, like
Mm-hmm.
we should not become dependent every time. So that thought made me think more, and I started saving money by like buying gold. Like I believe like whatever we earn, that should be like it should reproduce something. I like in putting in banks, you may get only little interest, but if you spend on like assets like gold or sites or anything like that, in future you will be happy in the coming returns.
Mm-hmm.
So I started buying gold little by little, so that in future, in that way we can stop our spendings, because that is fixed, whatever we and I do uh, savings also. We have some schemes at India. So I have schemes also for my daughter. I'm saving little money every year, and for my son also I save little. So I really think saving is must, because every time we don't have energy after few years, that like we cannot depend on our strength or our capability or our skills every time. It won't be like that in our life. So we need to save money for the better future for our children and for our cause also. So I believe like that. So that way I know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us. This is somehow a little bit personal and sensitive topic. It's about finances. It's our personal, private information if I ask a question and open a topic and you don't like to share because this is recording, it's okay to say I don't feel comfortable, and for example, I like to talk about it with you personal. This is totally okay. But if you are comfortable, you can share. But I like to ask you how you learn this knowledge about saving.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. My mother has taught me when I started earning. We have tax, right? We need to, at the end of the year, we need to pay tax. For tax redemption, we need to save certain amount, like like 10% or some 30%, I don't know. But if you earn more than 5 lakhs, we get tax. So if we save 1 lakh for that, you will get tax redemption. So my mother has taught me about saving, more about saving. But after marriage, my my husband also has given me little knowledge, and I also thought, instead of saying in schemes, we need to wait for that, and we need to uh, uh, like suddenly if we need any money, we cannot take out from that because we are putting it in fixed deposits. So in that way, I thought, and right now gold is getting more in price. Like if we are having like 5 years back, if we bought some 10 grams like that, that price has increased more than double, like that. So I started thinking, if we invest on that, we can reproduce actually money. The same money, if we save in on banks, we are getting only just 5% like that. So I thought that is an intelligent thought. So we started earning gold little by little, so that it might be helpful in our future. So
Yeah, thanks for sharing with us. Yes, you open an important topic. You receive this knowledge from your mom and your husband. This is informal financial literacy. We want to talk about this in our next session, formal and informal financial literacy. This is informal financial literacy is like privilege when we are living in family, they are thinking about those concepts, they care about finance, they care about saving, automatically we learn from them. So this is informal financial literacy. The question is, those family, they don't have this kind of opportunity, what happened for them, what happened for their kids. We want to emphasize on this idea that financial literacy needs to come from educational system, from school equally for all people, all women, then they can access to this knowledge equally from school system, educational system. But now um, we have lack of this knowledge from educational system worldwide, even in Western countries or other countries, the same. A little bit different, but worldwide, the lack of financial literacy we are experiencing. And for women, even this is more important because all around the world, the score of financial literacy for women is lower than men. And lots of topic comes around this issue. We will talk about it later. But thank you for sharing with us.
yeah, thank you.
I think Raju left the meeting.
Yeah. No, Raju is here.
Oh, Raju
yeah.
is
Do you want
here.
to share about this part, the financial literacy part? You've been in the workshop before.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Financial literacy, in my understanding, it refers to the knowledge and understanding of financial concept and risks. If we don't understand how to manage our money or save our money, then it cannot be utilized for the future. We need to save somehow for the future. And it is the ability to understand applying the different financial skill effectively, so it helps to manage our money, and by using this financial literacy it makes self dependent to us for the futures, and it helps to invest our money in some works wherever it needs, and it save the money also. Mhm. I
Do you,
think
Raju, do you have a special plan for saving or bank account or um those kind of things?
uh, I have, now I'm unmarried, so I didn't have that plan, but I have bank account, which is for my future. That's I have to read my masters and complete it, so that's why I'm saving for that my study. And then rest of our my dad handles the financial of our family. So if there is needed, then I help them with my which I have saved for. So only that only. For the study, I
Mhm.
save it. And for sometimes for miscellaneous expenses of the household when my father is not at home, then I do that things behalf of him only.
Mhm. It's good to you have a plan and you have bank account, saving bank account. Do you remember we practice
Yeah, I remember
an
that.
assignment? Yes, something like assignment in our workshop. You try to um, put a sign on those your cost of life, yes, like for example transportation, food, renting, like
Yes, which is dependent and
y-
independent one.
yes, dependent and independent. Do you think, is there any change from last time we met each other until now, those items change or not?
Yes, those items are changed, and I am now self uh, dependent by myself. I didn't depend on my father so much, so there are changes in it. I
Wow, this is so
support it
exciting.
myself
I'm
now.
so happy for you.
Thank you.
Nice. Thank you. Um, I didn't learn the pronunciation of your name, Rupa. Yes. Do you like to share your experience about financial literacy element with us?
So this is my first class, but like hearing Eleanor and Raju, and I just thought what I had been doing over here. I think I can share that. So what we started doing in Nepal, like especially with my survivors, I had taught them on finding out the cost of the vegetables, and because sometimes they stay in a safe home, and then from safe home they go into the community and they don't realize how much it costs. So I used to ask them like, okay, the potato costs this much, so how much is the expenditure for per month? So how do
Mhm,
we work on that? So that is what I've been teaching them, and I've been teaching them that there are people who are spending that much of money for you. So we should value that. So that is what we were teaching the survivors. But with our people and with my church people, because I have only young group of people that I work with in my church. So with my kids, I have taught them 1 rupee a day because the coins are lying here and there. So what I have told them, I had given them a piggy bank, and then I've asked them to save 1 rupee a day. And then at the end of the year, it's 365 rupees. And then with that, you can bless somebody else, you know. So that is what we had taught our kids. And also with the children from my church, I had taught them about need and wants, what it need and what is wants. So that is the differences that I had taught them about it. And also with our children, when we go on a camp, because most of the students they are in Kathmandu, but they are from a very uh, below the poverty line families, the middle class and the low budget people. So they like to go for a camp. We go on a camp during during certain months. So we say, okay, we are going for a camp in the month of June. Let's say if we are going in the month of June, we tell them what will be the cost for it, and then we divide that into how many number of days we have, and then per day how much you can save. So they save like 7 rupees a day, or you know, and then if you're walking and then you're saving a bus fare, save that money in an envelope. So we give them envelope. I think I have also. So we give them envelope and they start saving. And then to my survivors who are staying outside, I've taught them to save money in an envelope. Like, okay, this is my rent, and then this will be for my bus fare, and then how much is left over, how much do you want to give a treat to yourself, and start saving. So it's called recurring deposit, because we have learned about fixed deposit, but we didn't know about recurring deposit. So recurring deposit actually piles up in the bank and you get more interest than the regular saving. So we have taught them that also. So this is how we are teaching our church members.
Oh, nice. Then how you learn this knowledge? This knowledge comes from where? School or?
That's a very good question, because I immediately wrote that in education system, we are not that taught that, because in my training, I always say in education system, we are not taught parenting, we are not taught marriage, and we are not taught about, you know, relationships. But then this will be in my topic now.
Yeah,
That we
finances.
are
We never
in
talk
school.
about
We are not.
finances.
Yes, we don't talk about this. I've just added, I like that point. So I didn't learn from school, but I learned from my parents. They're a businessman and women. My dad is a pastor and my mom is a businesswoman. So she looks after the family. So I've seen them, how they have saved, and the business, how they do with the revolving fund. So as a kid, I was growing up, I learned that. And my husband, he being a engineer, he's an aircraft engineer, and he served in India in the Indian Navy. So yeah, so now he's working as a pastor over here in Nepal. So he taught me, because he was a banker also. So he taught me on saving, and our children also have learned to save money. So it's all from indirect, I think I can say.
Informal, yeah. You had
Yes,
a good informal source of financial literacy.
yes, not from school.
Yes, not from school. Yeah, that is interesting. Thank you for sharing with us. I am learning so many interesting things from you. Thank you.
We have one more person here. Do we have, I think this is Rushe. Rushe, is this you? Okay, that's okay. Continue on, Shima. Sorry.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, Rushe.
Hey, Sarah, Radhe Krishna.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure that's you that's here. That's it. We are talking about financial literacy today.
I got it when Rupa was giving the presentation. I understood that.
All right. Sounds good. Good to have you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi,
Good
Rucha,
morning.
how are you?
I'm good, Shima. How are you?
I'm good. All of us, we talk about a little bit about our personal experience about financial literacy, how we learn these concepts, if it comes from informal sources or school. Do you like to share with us what is your experience, or just do you like share about yourself, a little bit introduction, then we
Yeah,
know each
sure.
other better?
So financial literacy, of course, financial literacy is a very important subject. I think all of us need this. We all look for financial freedom. My journey started by reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I don't know if you guys have heard of that book.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so if you've read it, great. If you haven't, you may want to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In US, there is a game also around it. So that's an interesting one. However, the principle of having seven income streams, that's what it says. To get financial free, one needs to have seven income streams. And the more passive income streams, the better we are. So then the concept of passive income streams and active income streams. And from there comes how many streams have we created and what's the strategy for it. I work with two financial advisors for my personal finances, and I work in the same process that I should be able to put money into different baskets to be able to create seven income streams. And yes, that's where it is. I can go on, but I'll eat up your time. So I don't know if I should go on further.
Oh yeah, go ahead, please. Whatever you like, you can share with us.
Okay. So if I have to go on, then my questions to you I don't know what stage you are in. So if you are somebody who is the questions to look at is how much how many places have you put your money for the money to work? So for example, we start with savings, bank savings, right? But that's not the ultimate. Then there is mutual funds. I don't know if you're talking about the products. Then from mutual funds, we get into, there are more ways of putting money where you can put money for short term and there is interest. So that comes in. Then comes in real estate where there is rent coming in. Then there is business, of course, but in business, within business, one can create seven income streams. Like I know of a financial advisor, what he did, he first made money by advising people, right? So that was his service. Then he started making YouTube channel, and his channel got a lot of attention. So now he charges people to subscribe to the channel to see some specific content. So that is second. Then on that YouTube, there are ads. That ads also generates revenue. So that is third. Then he has created a software that helps other people learn how to invest. So that is fourth. Then he's writing a book. That is fifth. And then he invests his own money in investment. That is sixth. Now, do you see there are six income streams for him? Now, in this six, which are active, which are passive? You may want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
The active ones are where I work and I get money. The passive ones are I work or I don't work, I will always get money.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, that is financial freedom.
Yeah. So that's where you want to get to with this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
of
this
course,
one, this topic, you share, it's a little bit advanced one.
yeah.
We will talk about it in our next sessions. I mean, not the next session, but later. Different kind of investment, short term, long term. It depends how it depends the people's goal about investment. They want to invest short term, long term, how much they want to take a risk, what is their expectation about the earning of that investment. So it depends on lots of variables, and it can be so personal for
Yeah.
each person. Yes,
Yeah.
but the general concept, yeah, this is
agree.
an interesting topic. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have another friend here, Sushmita. Am I
Sushmita,
right?
Sushmita, can you hear us?
Yeah, I will be there.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you too?
I'm good. Do you like to share a little bit about your experience about financial literacy with us, if you are comfortable?
I have no experience, but I have some knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
If you are didn't know your monthly income source or outgoing source, you cannot save money, I think,
Yes.
because some things are necessary or some things are not necessary. But you are also buy for this for your happiness. Show off sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I will buy for I available, I think. So if you are list out monthly your things, what you buy, what you things, what you need, it saves to savings for next month,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Do you mean it's good to think about your priority when you want to spend money and save money?
Yes.
What is your priority? And then sometimes when you think about your desire of spending money, some items on your list, it's not emergency or necessary, then you can spend on those items later and save some of your money. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Thank
Did you
you.
learn you're welcome. Did you learn this knowledge from like other friends from your family or school or program?
I learned from ladies cosmetic items. They have already one rack full of lipstick, for example, but they also shopping for lipstick manual. So I learned from human cosmetic shopping.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Your work experience, you mean?
No, just cosmetic
What?
shopping, just shopping lipstick. She learned that.
Oh, you learned from your pattern of shopping. I got you. Yeah, this is interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All of us, we have different source of learning. So it's good to know where did you learn those concepts. I before this session, I searched a little bit about financial resources in Nepal to see what is your financial resources, and I like to know if you have access to those financial resources like loan from bank or mutual fund or stock market. What kind of financial resources do you have or access to those financial resources in your city? Or if you use those financial resources, for example, I don't know if your education is free or you need to pay for college, or you can receive loan for your college or other degrees. What is the situation there in Nepal?
Probably Rupa knows the most. Rupa, what do you think? Do you guys have access to buying stocks or any of these things that Shima mentioned?
So we have bank loans,
Mhm,
and we have loan given by the human beings also.
mhm,
So at higher interest, they take loans at higher interest. And there's a small finance institutions also, financial institution that gives loan, which is at high interest, very high interest.
mhm,
And so that is there, and they can buy stocks also. They can buy stocks and shares. So that is there.
mhm,
I think mutual fund is also there, but it is not quite well known. It's well known among those people who are the bankers and the business, but not to the general people. So general people take loan from the people themselves.
Mhm.
From yeah, so we have very high interest. So that's what I have learned in Nepal. But I'm not sure others may contribute, but that much I know.
Mhm.
And we don't have student loans. We don't get
You don't
student
have.
loans.
Mhm.
No, we don't have student loans. And also the education system over here, it's some school fees are really, really very high, especially the admission fees. And so if we don't know how to bargain with the school owners and the authorities, then people end up paying more. But then if we have people who can visit the college and the institutions and talk about it and say, hey, we cannot pay the admission fee, but we can send this many students to your school. And if you reduce it, and they accept it. So some people don't know it, so they pay more.
Mhm.
So yeah, that is there.
So do you mean you need to pay for your school by your own? You don't have any financial resources from government for your education?
No, there is government schools.
Mhm.
There are government schools, and the government schools, they take minimum fees, very minimum fees, and but they have to buy the books and uniform that they have
Mhm.
to buy. So people do go to government school, but there are a lot of other private schools and
Yes.
colleges. So
Public
that is
school is free. Tuition, I mean.
yes, tuition. So that
Mhm.
is very expensive.
I see. Yeah, good to know. Because one of the um, important finance thing is in people's life is the price of education. And so it's a little bit different, for example, from here in United States. Um, People mostly they receive loan for their education, but because it's so expensive, then they have a huge debt. And then because women they are more educated and they spend more time in school, um, they have more debt compared to men. And because they study those majors, they are less they receive less payment compared to those um, majors. Men usually they study those majors. Women they have more debt, and they earn less, and they live more in poverty in their retirement. I'm curious to know how is this cycle in Nepal, but now I know in Nepal there is no difference between men and women. Both of them they do not receive uh, financial help from government. They should pay. I mean, in private school.
Yes.
Other friends, do you have any knowledge or experience about financial resources did you try one of those financial resources, for example, receiving loan for your business, for your any kind of for buying house or even your family? Do you know what is the process of, or do you know how many or what kind of financial resources you have in your city or your country? Did you search about it?
Can I say something, ma'am?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
In Bhaktapur to study highest level, Bhaktapur municipality gives us a certain loan, and we have to give them our certificates, the pass out certificates, and then they give us the loan, and then we can use in our study. And then after when we complete the study, we can pay them by working on it. And a college provides us certain types of scholarship, which is we have to take affiliated or permission through the municipality of the signature of the director's one. Then only the colleges provide us the scholarship, and my sisters and some of the friends get it. So I only know about the where I live of the Bhaktapur cities.
Mm-hmm. Is that a private loan? It comes from a private institution, something like that?
No, they provide us. It is given by the municipality of the Bhaktapur. So I
Okay.
don't think private loan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good to know. Interesting. What is your experience, Eleanor, about India? Is that the same like Nepal?
Yeah, I think we have scholarship. Yeah, I like for people who study well, they get scholarship from government, and for people who are in some backward caste, they'll be getting scholarship. So in that way, they can earn some money for education.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, there are many banks who are ready to give anytime loan. They will
Mm-hmm.
call you, and they they are ready to give because they have so much of interest. In no time, you will get the double of money to pay, and you are like surprised to know that so much it became. So I personally don't prefer loan,
Mm-hmm.
because we need to save it little by little, knowing your like spendings. Like when we were married and we started when we learned like we are having a child, we started saving the money like 10,000 a month, because at the end of the my when I got pregnant, I worked for 8 months, and then I took a break from my work. So in that 8 months, I have saved like 1 lakh like that, because I need to we are two, and then we are getting a child, means we need to spend for 3 persons.
Mm-hmm.
So, and after months, I am not working. So in that way, we need to spend, means we need to think more about that. So from that time, we have started thinking about saving money seriously, because making
Mm-hmm.
a family, it's about spending money for the other person who is not earning money, right? Children can't
Yes.
earn money. So we need to provide them everything, each and everything. So in that way, we started saving money. Yeah, we took a loan for our car, but whenever we take a loan, we have that on mind. Whenever we sleep, we have that on mind, like oh, this much of loan is there. So what we do is, little by little every month, not just paying just the interest, paying little by little the principal amount. In that way, if we have to pay it for 5 years, we pay it off 1 year or 2 years, like that. So
Yeah, smart.
that is that is our personal experience.
Yes, thank you for sharing. Yes, this is good to think about what is the interest of loan, and if you can pay your loan sooner, it's better than later. But at the same time, search about your financial resources, different kinds, different institution, different bank, different interest rate, especially when you want to start a business. It's good to know what kind of help is out, and you can maybe someday you can receive them and you can start your business, or even do some investment. It's good to know what is around you. Someday maybe you need it, so it's good to know what is in your financial or economical system. Each country, for example, India, Nepal, United States, Australia, Europe, all countries, to learn about your financial resources and how you can access those resources. Okay, I think we talk about this concept in deeply, and this is a little bit about information about me. I share this slide with you, and because this is recording, I was born in Iran. I grew up in Tehran, capital of Iran, and I went to school and I got my undergrad in art, graphic computers, and my master degree in clinical psychology. Then I moved to United States for my PhD, like 2018, 4 years and a half. And you know already my dissertation research about women's economic empowerment and financial literacy. My interest is psychology, advocacy for women's rights, gender equality, and social justice. Also, mountain climbing and traveling, knowing about people, especially women and their stories, culture, language, and history, and research, learning, exploring, and making a difference in the world, and also yoga and art and food. I just want to show you where is my country here, and your country is here, Nepal. We are close to each other, and I live here, East Michigan. Sarah live here, North, so we are 5 hours flight far away from each other. This is about my school experience and childhood, and then United States. And we are already talking about those concepts. So why we want to learn from each other about financial literacy? I'm so happy because I learned you already know lots of things, even advanced knowledge about financial literacy. So I know now for next session we can work on those advanced things, and think about maybe even your personal questions or needs about knowing more. You can send it to me. Always ask your question. You can send it to me through email, and then I can prepare next session based on your needs. But I learned you know already lots of things, and I'm so glad to know that. And you know already why financial literacy is important, why learning financial literacy is important. You shared your experience with me. Now we want to think about it from different lens. This is my passion. This is my passion for my research, to see financial literacy from this lens as a human right. I told you we receive financial literacy informal from family, from friends, from social media, from book, informal financial literacy, but the formal financial literacy coming from educational system, it should be like this as a human right equally for all people all around the world. Then they access to this right or knowledge to have a better life, especially for women. When we search about financial literacy and women's economic empowerment in literature or research, this is my experience through my research journey. You can find lots of articles and data. They are providing reason for women's economic empowerment or learning financial literacy is important, is about developmental goals, developmental economy, and they are providing reason financial literacy for women and women's economic empowerment is important because of family, because of kids, because of next generation, because of nation. Yes, this is right. This is important for all of these things, but it's good to know financial literacy and economic empowerment is women's rights, just for their well-being, their happiness, their safety, their security. When you think about it like this, it's a little bit different, because then you care about these things, your right personally for yourself first, and maybe you think about it more serious, and because it's about your right, your personal life, compared to thinking about kids, family, nation, country, economy. What do you think? What's your idea about this sentence? Did you think about it like this? The financial literacy is your right as a human? Or you told me you want to teach your students this concept. Do you think this idea or lens can help them to understand how this is important? What do you think about it?
Yes, I think because this is the vital, importance of our life and finance. And to move forward, like we have to play with money. Sometimes we become the victims of money because we are not taught about how to manage finance and also misuse of money. And we keep saying that the root cause of the evil root cause is also money. Like human trafficking is because of money. And maybe the family didn't know how to manage money. And even in Nepal, the government is poor, but some of the people are rich, but there is disparity about money. And also there is agriculture that is happening in our country, but then again we are not taught about managing that money, how the income counts and what is expenditure, what is income. And also we have land. People
Mhm.
own a lot of land in the villages, but then they don't understand the value of real estate. Like
Mhm.
Eleanor was talking about, real estate and all. So that is also not understood very well. So I think this is our rights because we are not taught in school. And the children also, they don't know. They don't know how the parents are paying the fees, how
Mhm.
much fees are being paid, and is it all right to put that kind of fees? That is also not taught. Like for example, my son, he's 13-year-old, but then we have given him a copy where he writes how much is the school fees, and
Mhm.
even if when he buys trousers or anything, we have asked him to write on a book so that he learns about finances, how much is
Mhm.
being spent and how much daddy's spending and mommy's spending. And we keep telling them it's not that we want to let you know that we're spending so much, but we want you to understand about finances. So we are teaching our daughter Sneha and our son Joshua, but then not everybody gets this opportunity. So
Mhm.
I think this is, I mean, it has opened my eyes on seeing this, that financial literacy is a human rights.
Mhm.
So true, because we are never taught, and that is part of our life. Money and marriage and parenting, that is part of our life. But these three things are not taught in school. So I think this is,
Yes.
I mean, it is opening my eye.
Good. Thank you for your thought and your idea. Yes, this is um um this only this sentence you can think about it how it can be different if we think about financial literacy is a human right and how educational system and other system, I mean the macro system in all countries, they are hiding or ignoring um, this right of all people. So we, all of us, we um, receive lots of knowledge about mathematics and science and lots of things, but um, they are not practical knowledge and we cannot apply those knowledge in our life. So it's good to think about it, especially you are a teacher and you want to guide these kids and teach them. Think about what is their need for their life, for their future. So their the knowledge they will receive from you can be based on their needs, and the financial literacy can be one of them. Sarah sent me a message and told me we need to finish our session in 15 minutes. In these slides, we have example of human rights and financial literacy is one of them. So it's good to know women's financial literacy score is lower than men's financial literacy score all around the world, and this is one reason, one important reason of why women live in poverty more than men. And one of the most reason that women experience violence is that they are financially dependent on their family or partner. The important key to financial empowerment is learning financial education and practicing financial skills. This is my thought. When I am thinking about financial literacy or women's economic empowerment, I always think we women, half of the population on earth, we own half of this universe. Uh, where is our power? Where is our money? Where is our authority? And we need to think about it. How we are care about our ownership of this universe, and maybe financial literacy and thinking about economic empowerment can help us to have more power and authority and ownership of the resources. It's it's for us, so we need to know them and use them. So the conclusion of our discussion is financial literacy is a human right. Women live in poverty more than men, unfortunately. One of the most reasons that women experience violence is that they are financially dependent on their family and partner. The important key to financial empowerment is learning financial education and practicing financial skills. This is my email. Please email me if you have question or idea. And I love to know your feedback about this session. Please let me know what part of this session was more helpful for you, or what we can improve about this topic, and anything you like to let me know, please email me. And let me know about your question. I stopped sharing the slides, then we can see each other better here.
You still had some time. You didn't have to go through the slide so fast.
No, I just want to spend more time in this part, question and answer, and sharing experience about this session. What do you like about this session? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I like the part students should be educated with finances, and the future kids should learn about financial. So I like to learn more about it. Like I want to teach my kids. As Rupa was saying, she was teaching kids about spending. They need to know how the finances are. So in that area, I want to learn how to teach a kid about finances, so that they should be alert in spending money, because nowadays kids are getting so much of things without knowing their value. Like we used to have only one doll, but now kids are having so many dolls and they doesn't know the value of it. So we need to teach them, like depending on parents is different, and after they become individual, they need to learn about it. So how I want to know few ideas about how to learn, teach a kid about finances.
Do you mean, thank you for sharing your needs with us. Do you mean you like to learn more about curriculum of financial literacy, how the syllabus, how you can teach your students or kids financial literacy?
Yeah, about what are the
Syllabus?
ways? Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe with
yeah,
grades.
we will work on that, but first think about yourself as a woman.
Yeah.
Think about your personal life. I know you are mom and you are teacher and you care about kids, and this is so lovely. I love it. But first, the important message of this session is, first think about your life as a woman.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Other friends, do you want to share your experience in this session? What did you like? What did you need for next session? What is your needs about financial literacy? What concept is more important to you? Making, spending, saving, investing, knowing about financial resources, syllabus about how you can teach to your students, which part is more important for you?
You can always email your messages to me or questions to me. If there is a topic in financial literacy that you want to know more about, you can always message me and I can share it with Shima. Maybe Shima even have a separate meeting with Rupa so that you have more visibility into Nepal, or maybe like with Eleanor in India, or maybe Rusha also knows about India. Like, we can have a separate meeting with them so we can kind of provide that with everybody else. And Shima put her email also in the chat, so you can copy paste it and you can send emails to Shima directly and ask your questions about financial literacy or any topic regarding that, so that for the next financial literacy sessions, she can cover new material.
Yeah, for sure.
Rupa, did you want to say something?
That's a good idea. Then we can just study our area also, and then we can see like, okay, because this is really a good opening for us. Opening now, it has opened like thinking on, okay, this is human rights. Now, how do we go about, and how can we make kind of a manuals where we can give it to our community according to their needs rather than according to what I can, because for me, I have income and I know what I have. But then for those people with low income, how do we work together? I think practically we can have that kind of discussions and then come together on how we can present it to our community.
Yeah.
So that would be very
Exactly.
nice.
Yes, our goal is adopt education based on people's need, not
Yes.
based on our need. For example, I think, oh, those subject is important, this is good for teaching. This is
Yes.
my need. But the reason I am asking you what is your need, what is your question, what is important for you, because I know your need, then I can adapt this knowledge based on your need and your community.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. Great. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. So this is a conversation we just started. This is a conversation we're going to continue on. I'm going to email this video to you so you can have it. Is everybody okay if I send this video to you guys and the next group? Okay, great. And you can watch the video, and if you don't like it, you're like, Sarah, can you stop sharing the video with people? We don't want this is not a public video.
I won't watch it.
This is not a public video. This is only the video that people in this class can see it. And the next class, this class and the next class. So, and I'm not gonna record the next one. I only record this one because there was less people, there was more interaction. I think this video is better than the next one. Next one would be kind of much harder to manage. We can record that as well, but I think this one is better. So I'm just gonna stop the video here. Stop the recording, sorry.